Ben Messenger from Waste Management World magazine. We're here at the RWM show in Birmingham. I'm with William Findlater from the Lifetime Recycling Village. William, can you tell us a little about your project?
Yes, we're developing in Scotland just now what will be the biggest renewable power station using residual waste to derive a fuel from. And we're down here today to check out some of the technology that we're using and to meet up with some of our business partners.
William, could you tell us a little about the technology that you're using in the power station?
Yes, we're using a closed loop system up at Lifetime Recycling, where we've got a powertrain and then we're using plasma technology to deal with the residues that are created by that system.
Okay, and what sort of size is this power station going to be?
The power station will develop 78 megawatts. As its gross capacity. It will export to the grid roughly 60 megawatts of renewable energy.
And what after products will be left behind?
Well, because we're dealing with residual waste, and the waste streams that we've got will have a value added through plastic, glass, and some inert materials. So they'll be taken out, they'll be reprocessed, and then the biomass fraction will then be gasified to create steam, to create heat, which will drive steam generators, which will develop energy.
And can you tell us a little about the fuel, how you'll be actually manufacturing the fuel on site from residual waste?
What we're doing is we'll be blending the waste streams from construction, demolition and commercial waste. Currently the technology will also allow us to deal with household waste, but because these are all subject to contract at this moment in time, we haven't included in our business plan any requirement for household waste. So we'll be taking 1 million tonnes per year of raw waste. We'll be recycling roughly 20% of that into product or material and then gasifying the remaining fraction to create our energy.
Excellent. And I understand with most waste projects there's always issues regarding planning, a lot of NIMBYism. Is this problems you've come across?
Well, I think one of the challenges is that in Scotland, probably in the UK, we're well behind our European neighbours in terms of the way that we view waste and view renewable energy. Certainly, because of the size of this project, it is probably one of the biggest in the UK. We're being used as a test bed to test all the current legislation and guidelines. Now, when we initially set the project up 3 years ago, we had anticipated the Scottish zero waste regulations, and in doing that, we've developed a project which will have absolutely nothing going off-site to landfill. Now, in Scotland, and uniquely in Scotland, we originally had intended to have this as a Section 36 application only, with the fuel preparation side as residual to Section 36. However, the Energy Consents Unit in Scotland, who are the civil servants that deal with this, took legal advice and advised us that to prevent legal challenge once the application had been made, that we should deal with this uniquely as a combined detailed planning application and Section 36 application. Now, that gave us a few problems because that has never been done in Scotland before, and it is a single project. So we've had to actually split the project from the energy producing side and then the waste side. Now, as a result of having to go for detailed planning consent under the new Planning Act in Scotland, we've had to carry out extensive public consultation. We carried this out in the spring of this same year. We had 4 full-day public events, 2 very large public meetings which were attended by 500 people each, and we consulted with approximately 600. We had a large response as a result of this, and surprisingly, from our point of view, not all of it was actually negative. There was roughly about 40% of the respondents either supported or thought that the idea was actually quite good. So we've now used that feedback. We've looked at the feedback that's been received. We have altered our design where we can. We have completed now the detailed design, and we're ready now to make the applications.
So, William, what sort of investment would a project like this involve in the area?
Well, our current business plan is grossed out at a gross investment of £640 million. The economic impact assessment, which was undertaken by the Fraser of Allen Institute, part of Strathclyde University, an independent financial and economic think tank, has estimated that 750 jobs, permanent new jobs, will be created. Roughly 350 of these will be on site, and the other 400 elsewhere in the Scottish economy. In addition to that, they estimate that over 3,000 new construction jobs will be created during the construction period. So that's a significant investment into the Scottish economy, and it's also a significant reduction in waste within the Scottish economy also.
Excellent. Thanks, William. We look forward to following the progress of your project on Waste Management World. Thanks for your time.
Thanks so much. Pleasure.